safe. Love to see you again very soon, folks. Oh, thank you very much. Very kindly. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know where to go. See you, mate. Hello. Right, off we go. So John's in the middle of the boat. My name's Mark. I'm doing the driving and talking at the same time. Woohoo! Technical stuff. First of all, welcome aboard Trip Boat William. Both the boat and myself are fully licensed by the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency in Liverpool, and the boat does carry a full range of safety equipment, so we do carry life rings, fire extinguishers in the centre, 3 more in the cabin, first aid kit in the cabin, ship to shore radio, and it's vitally important that all arms, hands, legs and heads are well inside the boat at all times. This boat is likely to bump and bang off the sides. Don't be alarmed about it, but as long as your arms and your hands and your legs and your heads are well inside the boat at all times, we'll be fine. Okay, folks? Off we go. Of course, stay seated unless I say it's safe to stand up. If you're standing up when the boat bumps, you can get knocked off your feet. And I've just got to remember to duck as I'm going in. It's tend to bump your head if you're not careful. Very close to the sailing. Right, here we go. So then, here's the Dudley tunnel. This is what you've got to see. Second longest canal tunnel in Britain. Just under 2 miles long. This tunnel was dug out in 1775 and it opened in 1778. And it took 3 years to construct. This little section will be now 3 years to build. The entire tunnel, 1792 when it was opened. It's called the Dudley Tunnel, it's a tunnel and it's in Dudley. It's also simple as that. It's also known as Lord Ward's Tunnel. Because Lord Ward was here at Dudley and the tunnel was built. Now, there's quite a few bricks, 9.5 million to be honest. And every single brick in this tunnel was individually handmade by a woman and child. Children as young as 9 would have been minors, girls as young as 12 would have been minors, and children as young as 5 would have made the bricks. Now the bricks are covered in this white chalky residue called limestone and calcite. Now the limestone and calcite is coming through with the rainwater. As it rains in Dudley, it soaks through the soil, and as it does so, it leaks through the bricks in the tunnel. This leaves behind limestone and calcite on the soil surface as the water washes it through. Have a close look at the limestone and calcite formation on the brickwork. Always remember, always use Calgon with every wash. Very, very important, Calgon. Yeah. Right. You'll get an eyeful of whatever's coming down. Told ya. Always has a thinking. I don't look up there anymore, I used to. Right, so we're coming outside. On the left hand side we've got flooded mine. The miners worked in flooded mine, knee deep in water, 12-hour shifts. Of course, they called it flooded mine for that reason. It's a limestone mine and it's the oldest in Dudley. That's on the left hand side. On the right hand side is another mine, a bit newer. That's called Tipton Mine, and that mine goes down 80 foot below us, where the Tipton Mine is now, of course, below. Now flooded. Would have been an underground loading wharf, but the miners blew the roof off 180 years ago, so it was an underground loading wharf. Load 2 boats in here at the same time. Now we're turning left into Cascade Basin. I'm pimping the outer, simply because my mate Ted and Matt are around the corner. Electric boats are great, but you can't hear them coming. Here we go. The Wren's Nest Tunnel is 1/3 of a mile long and would have taken boats deep inside the hill, known as the Seven Sisters, or the Wren's Nest Hill. Not been about down there since 1928. We did have big plans to reopen that tunnel, but it's going to cost us £28 million. Cascade Basin used to be a cavern. It's had its roof blown off way back 150 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Brought everybody out this time.
Hello, Matt.
Good driver, Matt.
He must be Ted.
That's Ted. Ted and Matt.
You're on the late for that one,
Around 2 billion years ago, in a warm shallow pool, a tiny single-celled creature developed. A creature that was destined to change the face of the earth and become the father and mother of all life on the planet. Millions of years later, the Dudley area was a shallow tropical sea, and trilobites, shellfish, sea lilies, and giant corals. Welcome to Silurian times, where the As these creatures died, their remains sank to the bottom of the sea of mud. A steady rain that went on for millions of years. As later deposits were laid down, this mud was eventually compressed to form rock, still bearing the imprints of those creatures that lived and died millions of years before. We know this rock today as limestone, its imprints as fossils, huge trees and ferns colonized the land. Animals followed, insects, scorpions, lizards, and giant dragonflies. Undisturbed that is, until human technology took a sudden, dramatic turn. The Industrial Revolution. Hundreds of millions of years of geology came together to make the Dudley area central to iron production and vital to the Industrial Revolution and the surface. The solution to this problem came in 1778, when the Earl of Dudley, who owned the mines, constructed a canal and tunnel into the hill to connect his mines to the Birmingham-Wolverhampton Canal and so to the rapidly expanding network of inland waterways. Some industries to the river's area. When the tunnel crossed the limestone beds, the rock was marked. Vertical shafts were dug to reach the deeper seams. Branch canals, tramways, and loading walls were constructed and so brought out by boat to feed the furnaces of the back country.
In 1849, addressing a meeting of scientists here in the Dudley mines, the eminent geologist Sir Roderick Murchison proclaimed that in no part of England are more geological features brought together in a small compass than in the environs of Dudley. In the 1850s, the caverns were open to the public. Gas lighting was installed, cars laid out, and a bandstand constructed. Many fetes and concerts were held in these mines, with entertainment provided by orchestras, choirs, and military bands. Coloured flares were ignited, and demonstrations of blasting were carried out. Those events were perhaps a forerunner of today's classical spectacular concerts, and although some of the mines were accessible from the surface, many visitors came by canal boat, just as you have today. Since those times, technology has moved on, and we no longer have to risk the dangers of gas and gunpowder to provide light and sound. But imagine for a moment the awe and amazement of those early visitors as we present our modern interpretation of those events nearly 200 years ago.
music and video on the go. I would like to point out that a few things before we leave with my torch. First of all, there's the entrance, just there. Just imagine the wind blowing through there on a windy day. It blew round these pillars being different shapes and sizes, it made a different sound as it was blowing around them. A bit like a flute. That's why it was called Singing Cabin, you see. But I started up there first, and the miners dug a drift mine into the side of the hill. It was took out by horse and cart. And then, of course, they removed the floor of the mine, these columns of limestone. Surrounded with the castle. And you've got the monuments on the right. Tears.
Daylight.
There you go. On the top is the main Dudley tunnel. And that's 200 years old, a mile and a half long, and it takes you to a magical place called Canal. Rex is that way, Lord. Right, so where does it lead you? It leads you to the Mary Hill Shopping Centre. Alright, so what Arthur's doing in Hurst Cabin is loading our boat up with limestone. He's got a pile of limestone on the floor, and he's got a shovel. Our boat would have been parked up there, and Arthur would load 3 boats a day with limestone. A boat would carry 35 tons. Can you imagine by yourself shoveling 35 tons of limestone with a shovel, 3 boats a day? His whole life, when he was away shoveling, he's only looking after. And of course he's got his mates helping him out at the back. Look, there you go. There's his 2 mates driving a metal bar into the limestone. Now they didn't have an hammer drill back in them days like we've got in the shed today. So instead of using an hammer drill, a guy up the ladder would hold a steel bar in his hands, and he'd turn the bar with his hands while his mates hitting it with a sledgehammer. That is a 200-year-old hammer drill. So there's the drill bit spinning with his hands, and there's the hammer part. We've got that bar in about 1 metre deep, pack the holes up with explosives. Attach a fuse, the foreman will come and check the work, make sure everything's okay. And he'll give the order to blast. So here comes Mr. Hurst, the foreman. Here he comes. Oh.
Stand clear.
Here we go. So the miners are going outside now, they're having the dinner outside. There's nobody in this cavern except for Billy. Billy's 9 years old and he's lit the fuse with his candle. There you go. Yes, it's a proper fuse this is. It looks like an LED light in a water pipe, but it's not. It's a proper fuse from Mappins. Off it goes. Right, so young Billy's got a bit of a dilemma now. Young Billy's 9 years old and he's hiding under the trolley. That fuse might go out, you see. So young Billy's got to stop in here and make sure them fuses stay lit. If it goes out, he's got to relight it. So there's going to be a big bang in a minute. Okay. There we go. Oh, I hope Billy's alright. He only started yesterday. See?
Clear.
Oh, he's alright, he's coughing. Dusty in here, see? There you go. All the miners can come back to work because it's Dudley all clear. That would have been done 4 times a day. Last mined in 1924. Okay? And once the boats are full of limestone, go through the tunnel in front of us to round out steelworks, where the limestone was used to make steel. Right, off we go. Right, we're going underneath another shaft above your heads now, folks. You can have a look up, we've lit it up for you. So when you got shot in the back and you fell in the boat, that's the boat. Okay? And there's Killian Murphy's favourite boat. The last is Stuart had an inflatable rabbit. Bit there.
Wow.
Sponge. So sponges go at the bottom of the sea like sponge. There's another fossil.
That's Bob, isn't it?
There's the holes that we're making with them metal bars, plastic holes. One there, one There's there. There's one over there. You've got the black stuff. So if you look at the limestone, you see black stuff in it. That's coral. It's coral reef. 400 million year old coral reef. Because when coral dies, it turns black. And of course, the sun's warmed and dried all the mud up and turned it into limestone. You can even see the layers of mud built up over the years, quite a few hundreds of years all lifted up on its side. So that used to be the floor, it's now the wall. We're going. Well, I'll give him up to 4. Well done, you two. Finish. Would have been done in the dark, you know.
Because it helps.
Yeah, like that. For 4 hours. Whoa.
Oh, man.
Grafting it. Well, you're lying down. And I tried this myself actually in my Fitbit watch. I didn't recognise his steps. And I was walking sideways. Weird. Well done, you two. That's fantastic. Yeah. See? The old can come back tomorrow around 3 o'clock. That's great.
Light at the end of the tunnel down there, so
Only got another 2 miles to go. I can see that lad. Right, then if you get your legs back in now, folks, that'll be brilliant. Thank you very much. Big round of applause for We'll be another part of the museum. I'm making here 15 years longer. Okay? So enjoy the rest.
According to Small House Big Trips. Prices, £7.25 adult, £6 for children aged 3 and above. Under 3s are free. Family tickets available, 2 adults 2 children £23.50, 2 adults and 3 children £28.50. All tickets if gift aided, include a 12-month free entry to the 45-minute boat trips.